I don't really like Tory bashing. I feel that most people would much rather hear a positive vision of the future that we want to create rather than bashing the present government. And in fact, they seem to be bashing themselves plenty well enough already. But on this one occasion, I might just have to be more critical. I am just so full of despair at the rolling back of the targets to achieve net zero by 2050 that Rishi Sunak announced yesterday. I just don't understand it. It feels like we take one step forward and then one step back. He says that we can still get to net zero by 2050, but there were no actual numbers in the announcement. And if you're going to make extraordinary claims, I think you need extraordinary evidence. So, unfortunately, it looks like this announcement has not really been evidence based. To me, it looks like it is a political perspective in an attempt to draw a dividing line between the Conservatives and Labour, because let's face it, sometimes they do seem perilously close together. So, if in this game of politics, if the earth is becoming a political football to be kicked around between the two main parties, as it has become in the US, and look how that's going, that just brings me to the edge of despair. He said that the measures needed to be proportionate. Now, what is proportionate when we are in the midst of an ecological crisis? The sixth mass extinction in the history of the planet. I think a proportionate response to that needs to be pretty damn big. So, regardless of what you think about climate change and whether we caused it and how serious it is and all of that, I'd like to point to ocean acidification, which has often been described as the evil twin of climate change. And it's very easy to measure. It has increased by 25% ocean acidity since pre industrial levels. It is now the most acidic it's been, as far as we can tell, for 2 million years. And that threatens the existence of life on this planet. If the oceans die, we are all dead. And ocean acidification is caused by carbon dioxide in the atmosphere getting dissolved into the oceans, which is why it's so closely connected with climate change. So please, Mr. Sunak, please pay attention to the science. I do believe that you are a reasonable man and that you like to make fact-based decisions. This is an absolute disaster for the planet. Please change your mind. So this is why I am going into politics. It is possible to make big changes for bad or for good from within Westminster. For all of its many flaws, it is still the best way that we have for creating change. And it's also why I joined the Liberal Democrats. Our six stated values are liberty, equality, democracy, community, internationalism, and environmentalism. And that is what we need right now. We have to factor environmental concern for the future, concern for the forthcoming generations into every single decision that we make.